Lovely. Okay, welcome to yoga. Let's have a great stretch today. We are going to start standing. I know, sorry. We're going to start standing. Make sure you've got a block and a strap nearby just in case. We're going to start at the top of our mats, and we're just going to start by just finding some space. So rocking over the toes to the heels. When we come up on the toes, that was a bad example. As we come up onto the toes, lift up, push through the toes and lift high. Find lovely space through the spine. And then as we come down to the heels, lift the toes. See if you can find a little bit of balance there. Going to draw the core in tight so that you are nice and stable. Going to keep the shoulders back and down. Just gazing straight ahead. The gaze will really help you find your balance. I'm doing a terrible job of it, so let's hope you are having a more successful time than I am. Okay, and then we're going to start to make those rocks slightly more shallow. And then as we do, we're going to find our way down to flat foot. Finally, we come to the heels. We're going to lift those toes up, spread through the toes, and then place them down. Find that stability, that stance that you can really depend on. From here, we're going to draw the quads up. We're going to engage that core nice and lightly. And then we're going to take the hands down by the sides. We're going to have those palms facing forwards or thereabouts, allowing the shoulders to be back and down and the chest to be open. We're going to take some even breathing just to find some space within our mind and our body, and let's find a little bit in our soul as well. You can close off the eyes if you would like to, or just soften the gaze, taking the gaze forward. So if my pattern doesn't match yours, then do your own breath pattern, just counting in and counting out. So here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take some time to set yourself an intention for today, allowing the breath to come and the breath to go. Finding connection between the mat and the feet. As you push through the feet, grow tall through the crown of the head, find space. Okay. When you're ready, you're going to take the hands up high. You can open up the eyes, take a gaze to the ceiling, lifting up out of the waist. Tiny back bend as you just lift the belly button to the ceiling. Push through the feet. And then take the gaze back to center. Hands come to the back of the head. Elbows facing out to opposite walls. Let's drop the right elbow, lift through the left elbow. And then come back to center. Left elbow drops and right elbow is going to lift. Take some nice deep breaths. Fill the side body. Back to center, elbows to ears and chin to chest. Engage the core lightly and begin to roll down through the spine. Taking your time here. Soften through the knees. Draw the chest towards the thighs. Lengthen the hands towards the mat or a block if you want to bring the floor up to you. Take a moment here. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then slowly pushing through the feet, come up slowly, carefully, stacking each vertebrae, coming all the way up. Let's reach the arms to the ceiling. Right hand slides down the leg, left arm reaches up and over. Coming to center, switch out, left hand down, right arm lifts up and over. Come back to center, right hand slides down, left arm lifts up and over. We push through that left foot as the hips move to the left side. Take a gaze to the ceiling if that feels good. All the way back up, switch out, left hand comes down, right arm lifts up and over. Shift the hips to the right, push through that right foot to come up and over the top. And then all the way back up. This time round, we take the right hand down, the left arm comes up and over, and then the right arm can come up to lift. Imaginary beach ball between the palms of the hands. Push through that left foot, come up to come over. Coming all the way up, can we switch to the other side? Moving towards the left, hips and shoulders level, push through that right foot to come up and over the top. And to center. From here, let's take a forward fold, hinge from the hips, allowing the crown of the head to reach towards the big toes. Shifting the weight forward, sit bones look up towards the ceiling. Use those exhales to help you. Every exhale, you are going to move a little bit closer in towards those thighs. Using the inhales to lift a little, the exhales to lower. Let's come up, stacking each vertebrae. Coming up, bring the arms high. Reach up out of the waist, take a little back bend, lifting the belly button to the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears. Back to your center, and then let's take a forward fold, hinging from the hips, bringing the crown of the head down towards the big toes. Pedal the heels out, lifting one heel and then the other. Wiggle through the bottom. Release any tension from that lower back. And then pausing here. Take a half lift, hands to shins. Allow the shoulders to come away from the ears. Shine the chest forward. Release the hands behind you, palms up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Crown of the head reaching towards the front wall. Lifting the chest just a little bit to lengthen that spine. Let's take the hands back down, forward fold. Left foot's going to come back. We're going to come down on that back knee and untuck the toes and lift the hands to the ceiling. Sink those hips forward and down. Lifting the chest, find space. Okay, take the hands down, tuck the back toes, bring that left foot back to the top of your mat. Find that forward fold. Taking the weight slightly to the toes, chest moving in towards the thighs. We find a half lift, hands to shins. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Find length through the spine, releasing the hands behind you, palms up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lift the chest slightly. Take another breath here. Finding that forward fold. This time round, big step back with that right foot. Back knee comes down, untuck the toes. We take the hands behind us this time. We release the pointer fingers as we interlace those fingers and then lift slightly, rolling those shoulder heads back and then allowing those hips to move forward and down, lifting the chest. Okay, releasing those hands. Hands are going to come down, tuck the back toes, step to the top of your mat. Okay, from here, slowly and carefully coming all the way up to standing, bringing the arms high. Let's sink back into a chair, sinking the bottom down and tucking the tailbone under. We sink a little lower, keeping those arms high, holding it here, and then find a forward fold. Okay, rolling up the spine, take some time here. Let's go again. Bring the hands high, sink back into a chair, tailbone tucks under, nice long spine. Holding it here. Can we sink a little lower, gazing ahead, arms alongside the ears, forward fold here. Lengthen through the backs of the legs. Okay, starting to stack each vertebrae, come all the way up. And now let's work into our chair. Arms come high. Let's sink back into that chair, tuck the tailbone. Here we go, taking the weight into the heels. This time we're going to take the left hand down to the outside of that right foot and the right arm is going to lift. If you want to wrap the arm behind you, touching the top of that left thigh, then do. Options here for you, whichever one's going to feel better. Keep the left knee drawing back in line with the right. And then coming back to your center, lift the arms and then forward fold. Take a moment to allow the breath to steady. Lengthen to the backs of the legs. Coming up through each vertebrae, taking your time. And then let's go again. Arms come high, sink into that chair, tucking that tailbone. We take a movement to the left side, right, the hands split, right hand comes down, and the left arm is going to lift. Gazing towards that top hand, if that's available for you, maybe moving that left hand to touch the top of the right thigh. Options are yours. Keep drawing the ribs around, find that long spine. And then moving round back to your chair, lift through the arms, forward fold here. Nice steady breath. Let's pedal out the heels. Okay, we're going to place a block underneath that right hand, or if you've got long arms, maybe to the mat. We're going to bend that right knee, left leg straightens. We lift that left arm to the ceiling, gazing to the side wall or the top of the hand. Push the bottom towards that back wall and bend through that right knee to a point that is comfortable. But you start to feel that stretch through the IT band on that left side. And then coming all the way back. Switch the block out, left hand comes to the block. Bend the left knee, right leg straightens, and right arm begins to lift. Pushing the bottom towards that back wall, bringing the ribs around to the right side. And then coming all the way back around. Okay, from here, I'm going to take a large step back with that left foot. We're going to first come into a warrior one. Let's work through our warriors today. That'll be fun. Okay, coming up into that warrior one. Nice bend through that right knee. We're going to keep those hips forward facing to the short edge of the mat. Wider stance than narrow. All right, let's bring those arms high. Draw the shoulders back and down. Stand proud as you lift the crown of the head to the ceiling. Push down through the pinky edge side of that left foot. We're not just hanging out here passively, but we are strong. From here, we're going to start to straighten through that right leg and then bring the arms forward. Create that length through the spine. Take the hands behind you. Palms are up. Allow those hips to be level, drawing right hip in line with the left, crown of the head reaching forward and looking to the side of that right foot. Lifting the chest ever so slightly. Okay, can we move back into that warrior one, bending through that right knee, reaching those hands forward and then all the way up. Okay. From here, I'm going to make our way into a warrior three. Let's take the hands to the hips. Let's come to the toes on that left side and then begin to take flight. Strengthen through that right leg, dipping the torso and the back leg begins to lift. Left hip draws down alongside the right. Embrace the wobbles through the ankle and the foot. Keep the breath steady. Keep the crown of the head reaching forward. If you're happy to release the hands, you can take the hands behind you. Or if you want a little bit of core work, we can take the hands out in front. Imaginary beach ball at the ready. Okay, hands come back to the hips. Let's come back to that warrior one. Bend through that front knee and then take those hands high again. Okay, we're going to come to the top of our mat, bring the arms back down, step to the top. From here, standing tall, find your mountain pose. And take a couple of breaths here. Settle into the body, find that familiar space. The connection between the mat and the feet. Find strength through the foundations, grow tall through the crown of the head, engaging the core. Quads and glutes are switched on, shoulders are backing down. Palms sending energy forward. Okay. When you're ready, we're going to come into that forward fold, hinging from the hips. Let's take those hands down towards the mat. Taking the weight slightly towards the toes so the sit bones begin to send towards the ceiling. Just allowing the breath to come and go effortlessly. Okay, take a half lift, hands to shins, lengthen the crown of the head forward, allowing space, releasing the hands behind you, squeezing those shoulder blades and lifting that chest slightly, drawing the belly in, and then forward fold. This time round, we take a step back with that right foot, plant the foot down at about 45 degrees, come into that warrior one position, bend through that left knee, open through the front body. Let's take the arms to the ceiling and draw those shoulders back and down. Anchor through that back pinky edge side of that right foot. We're strong here. Not passively hanging out, but actively pushing down into the mat, drawing that left leg open, thinking about the strength that goes through the foot and into the mat. Keep lifting. We start to straighten that left leg, and as we do, let's hinge from the hips, reach the hands forward, take them behind you, palms up. Reaching the crown of the head to the front wall, lifting the chest ever so slightly. Keep the hips level, draw that left hip in line with the right. And then let's move through that warrior one, bending through that left leg, reaching those hands forward and then all the way back up. Finding that warrior one. Okay. We're going to go into our warrior three. From here, come to the toes on that back foot. Hands can come to the hips. Push through that left leg. Begin to hinge from the hips. As we do, we drop the torso and we lift that back leg. Drop that right hip in line with the left. Crown of the head reaching forward. Embracing the wobbles and wiggles through the ankle and through that left foot. I like to take a small bend through that left knee. And then we start to take the hands behind us, palms up. A little bit of an option here for core. Take the hands in front of you and hold that imaginary beach ball. Hands come to hips. We come all the way back up. Take the feet to the top of your mat. Find that mountain pose. Bring the palms forward, shoulders back and down. Okay, going to move through our warrior twos. Right foot's going to stay at the top of your mat. Left leg is going to step back. This time the hips are on the long edge of the mat. Okay, take a nice deep bend into that right knee. Challenge yourself here. Keep the knee stacked over the ankle, and we want to work to keep that right knee opening out so the glute is switched on. Let's open out those arms. Take a gaze over those right fingertips. Keep the bottom in. Push down through the pinky edge side on that left leg. Holding firm here like a warrior. Okay, let's take that right elbow down. Left arm is going to reach all the way over. Keep that right knee bent, gazing wherever's going to feel good for you. Okay, from here, coming back into that warrior two. We're going to start to straighten that front leg. We're going to dip the right hand down to the inside of that, right leg, and then bring the left arm to the ceiling. Use a block if you need to bring the floor to you, but we want to find strength. There should be almost no weight. You should be finding that strength through that top hand lifting up. Use the back of that hand on the inside of that right leg, finding strength. Making your way all the way back to that warrior two. Nice deep bend through that front knee, gazing over the top of those right fingertips. From here, let's find that reverse warrior, reaching forward to start with. Reach as far forward as you can. Turn the palm on that right side to the ceiling. Drop that left arm. Reach that right arm to the ceiling. And then all the way over the top, keeping that right knee bent. And then making your way back to your warrior two. From here, we're going to take a large step to the top of the mat. Once we're there, nice. We're going to find that mountain pose. Taking the gaze forward, shoulders are back and down, crown of the head lifting to the ceiling. Okay. We'll go on the other side. Large step back with that right foot. Hips are on the long edge of the mat. We take a challenging bend into that left knee and we push down through the pinky edge side of that right foot. Tuck the tailbone under and extend those arms away, reaching towards that front wall, gazing over the top of the fingertips. Holding your warrior two, draw the core in. And then left elbow is going to come down, right arm is going to reach all the way over. Keep drawing the ribs to the ceiling and push through the little toe on that right side. Can we roll that right shoulder back just a little bit more? Making your way all the way back out, warrior two. We straighten through that left leg. Take the left hand to the inside left leg and reach the right arm to the ceiling. Draw the ribs around and to the ceiling. Find strength through the top hand rather than dumping into the bottom hand. Tuck that bottom under. Strong through the obliques, really strong. Holding that position and breathing. Use the strength to lift, finding that warrior two again. Okay, we're going to start to find our reverse warrior, reaching forward. Turn the palm on that left hand to the ceiling and drop that right hand down the back of that right thigh. We lift the left hand high and we come over the top. Keep that left knee bent. That right hand should have no weight through it. We're lifting the ribs, find space. And we're going to come all the way back to our warrior two. Okay. From here, we're going to take the hands down to the mat, take the toes on that backside around, and then let's come to a table. Drop the knees down. From here, we're just going to take our cat-cows in whichever form they come. So thinking about moving the spine, taking some rounds, maybe more traditional cat-cows, maybe not. Just really listening into what your body's needing. If you're coming to this at the end of the day, perhaps you've been sat, maybe your body needs quite a lot more from you than if it's the first thing you're doing. Trying to create a balance, doing whatever you're doing on one side, doing it on the other as well. Okay, when you're ready, come back to a neutral spine. We're going to tuck the toes and we're going to hover the knees, and we're just going to pause here just for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take the chest back to the thighs and then make your way to a down dog. Pedal those heels out. Always an option to go to the forearms if you would prefer. Although slightly more intense, I would definitely say. Chest is moving towards thighs. Take a bend into the knees to shine the sit bones to the ceiling. Hands push into the mat. Wrap those triceps around the elbow creases. Look at one another. We're going to take that right leg high. Open the hips to the right side. Drop that right foot towards the bottom and squeeze the glutes. So the hips are moving forward, creating a groin stretch and a quad stretch. We're going to do a little core work. Right knee on the right elbow, to the left side, to the right side and away. 2 more. Right knee, right elbow, left, right, and away. Last one. Right knee, right elbow, left, right, and away. We're going to make our way into pigeon. Right knee behind the wrist, and the foot comes behind that left wrist-ish. From here, just keep the back toes connected to the mat and the back knee lifted to begin with. Just rolling over those toes, find some movement through the hips. Always an option to take the reclined version. When you're happy, come to rest, dropping the back knee and untucking those toes. Options here. We can come up as a proud pigeon onto the fingertips. Alternatively, we can come onto the forearms, or we can make a pillow with the hands and take a moment to rest. The closer to parallel that right shin is to the top of your mat, or the short edge of your mat, the more intense you will probably be feeling this, but it is dependent on how open your hips are. So just working with what feels good for you. We want to keep the hips level. So if you find that you are rolling onto that right butt cheek, pop something under there. Maybe a jumper or a cushion or a block, just to keep you stable. And then keep the breath traveling effortlessly through the body. Okay. I'm going to start to move, bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders, tucking the back toes, engage the core, lift the back leg, and then bring yourself back into your down dog. Pedal those heels. And then we'll go on the other side. Left leg is going to come high. Open the hips out to the left and bring that left foot in towards the bottom. Hips are moving forward so that we've got that groin stretch and stretch through the quad. Take the hips level, come into a bit of core work. Left knee high on that left elbow, to the right, to the left and away. 2 more. Left knee, left elbow. Right side, left side and away. Last one, left knee, left elbow. Right, left and away. And then we make our way to pigeon. Left knee comes behind the wrist. The foot trails behind the right. And then keeping that back knee lifted, just rolling over the toes, finding a little bit of space through the hips. And then when you're happy, back knee comes down and we untuck the toes. And we can be up on the hands, finding the forearms, or make a pillow with the hands. Your choice. Wherever you're at, just allow the breath to be soft and effortless. If you are fighting the breath, make it a little bit easier on yourself. That is what we want. Keep the hips level. Popping something under that left butt cheek if you start to roll over. You want to keep yourself nice and stable. Okay. Slowly and carefully find your way out. Take the hands down, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, engage the core. Then take the left foot back to join the right. Just pedal those heels out. Start to walk the feet towards the hands and then take the feet as wide as the mat. From here, we're going to sink down into a squat position. Bottom comes down so that we can lift the crown of the head high. Think about the sit bones looking at the mat and the crown of the head reaching the ceiling. Find that long spine. Use the hands and the elbows as leverage into the inner thighs. Using a block under the bottom or the heels to keep you nice and stable if you need to. Gazing ahead, breathing effortlessly. And then releasing those hands, slowly, carefully come back onto the bottom and then take yourself down onto the mat. Just going to finish off by just closing off the body. Just find some circles with the knees, just releasing the hips. We've worked into the hips today. And then take those knees in another direction. And then let's close the body off, sliding that right leg over the top of the left, drawing those knees in towards you in a cross-legged position or shoelaces. And then draw those knees in, taking hold of something that's not a joint. Maybe the shins. And then switch out. Take the other one, left leg slides over right. I always welcome a little bit of a sway from side to side here, but it's your practice. You do as you please. And then when you're ready, find a position you can rest in for a little bit of time. Maybe the feet are flat and the knees fold in towards one another. Maybe you are extended long on your mat. And then just finishing class the way we started. Some even breathing. Find a comfortable position where you can allow your mind to just count breaths. So when you're ready, let's begin. We're going to take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The breath moves easily through the body. We started class feeling that connection between you and the mat. See if you can tune yourself back into it. The body being supported by the mat and that sensory feedback from mat to skin. Now beginning to open your senses up to the wider world, noticing the sounds, the smells that surround you. And then beginning to breathe life back into the body, a wiggle of the toes, a move of the fingertips. And then when you're ready, take a stretch on your mat and a slow roll back towards seated, and I will be there.